So the queen has been found, so she's in this cage, so I don't have to worry about finding the queen or hurting the queen or anything. She's already been found. So now I'm just going to go through the colony, and I'm going to make sure they have lots of honey, pollen stores, and I'm going to count 3 frames of brood. Then after I count my 3rd frame of brood, the rest of the brood goes into this nuke box. And this makes pretty quick work. I can send a crew ahead of me to find queens, so that I'm not searching the colony, wasting time finding the queen. I can come in, or Carrie can come in, and we can do our assessment. We can either pull brood or we can add brood, so it goes very quickly. Once that queen is found, everything can follow through quite quickly. So frame pollen. Starting into a frame of brood. So when I count my brood frames, I'm counting capped brood, and I'm just doing a quick assessment on, how much capped brood is on this frame to equal 1 full frame. So this frame is full of capped brood, so I'm counting that as 1. I'm not counting the eggs or open larvae as part of my count. I'm just counting, I'm just assessing the frames of capped brood. There's 1. So here's another full frame of brood. That's 2. Here's another full frame of brood. That's 3. Okay, so I have my colony set up already. One thing I like about managing these single boxes, and one of the reasons why I manage my colony so tight in the spring, is because I want that queen to develop that nest out nice, neat and tight. So when there is no fear of that colony swarming, there's no need to add extra space to these colonies. I like to keep them tight, because then it makes my assessment so much easier, because I know exactly what I have. So here's a frame of surplus brood. So this frame is capped on one side, but open brood on the other side. So I'm counting this frame as half a frame. Here's a full frame of capped brood. So I'm taking the brood and the bees, because I need the bees to be able to maintain that frame of brood. It's a frame full of pollen and chock full of eggs. So I'm looking at this colony as about 3.5 brood frames. I'm just going to take a quick shake to make sure there's enough bees in the colony, in the frames that I pulled. So 3.5, that's pretty good. Everything about this is subjective, so it's hard to, when you're assessing these brood frames, is the assessment of this colony basically the same as the next assessment? It's nice to have uniform frames full of uniform brood, so it's easier to count. And if you're off a little bit, because is there 3 frames in here, is there 4, or is there 3.5? The next time around when we come and do our assessments, we're gonna skim either the strength, or we're gonna add to them again. So we're kind of, every time we come through to equalize, we're just kind of adding or we're taking. Down you go. All the pollen, they're still eating the NutriBee, which is really good to see. Tail on, and then off to the next colony. Can't see the red to the grass.
Are you sure it's red?
So you tell me.
It is red.
So the queen has been caught. So that job is done. Just starting into a brood nest there. So there's a nice looking brood nest here. So I'm going to count this as 1. 2. 3. 4, which I'm taking. 5. Not quite a frame on that side nor this side full of open brood and eggs. So 3.5, let's say. And eggs and open brood. Very nice frame of brood here. So I got my colony complete. So 3 frames of capped brood, maybe a little bit more than that, which is good. Lots of food, lots of pollen. It's about 6 degrees right now, so the bees are a little bit, angry. Queen's back in, safe and sound. So if I've done my assessment properly, this unit should be set up for summer. We don't have to do anything but add space to these guys now in a week and a half to 2 weeks.